introduce the people on the stage. We have Mr. Wood, who is our 12th grade English teacher. Mr. Yanar, our secondary school principal. Mr. Ayek, our director. Ms. Naylor, our Dean of Students. And Dr. McGowan, our keynote speaker. And now I would like to invite the principal, Mr. Hakan Yanar, to give an opening speech. Please join me in welcoming him.
Good afternoon. Today, I welcome each and every one of our families, staff members, board members, friends, and distinguished guests. Thank you for coming to celebrate the outstanding accomplishments of the class of 2025. I also want to thank you for being a part of these young men and women's lives over the past 17 or 18 years. Class of 2025, as I stand here today as your principal, I feel both joy and responsibility. Joy for what you have accomplished, and responsibility to leave you with something meaningful to carry into the future. Today, we celebrate a big moment in your lives, one that is both an ending and a beginning. You have worked hard, grown stronger, and learned so much. Now you are standing at the start of a new chapter full of promise and possibility. At our school, as you know, we believe youth is not a problem to fix, but the greatest hope for our future. Life isn't just about having fun or going with the flow. Life has meaning, and every step we take matters. I urge you to think not just about your next step, but about the meaning of each step. Live with purpose. Think about what really matters, and use your time wisely. In a world full of distraction, social media, peer pressure, cell phones, video games, substance use, shortcuts to success, it is easy to lose sight of what is real. But true strength and happiness are not found in these things, or in popularity, money, wealth. They are found in good character, strong values, and doing what is right even when it is hard. You are not just students finishing high school. You are the future. Leaders, creators, thinkers, builders, and protectors of what is good. Wherever life takes you to next, remember what you have learned here at ASE. Honesty, responsibility, respect, integrity, service, rise to excellence. Take time to think deeply. Make choices that have meaning. Choose paths not because they are easy, but because they are meaningful. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to be better, and be someone who does the same for others. Class of 2025, we are so proud of you. You have come this far through hard work, and we believe you will even go further. Keep walking the path of what is right, and you will make a difference in this world. As we honor your achievements and look forward to your bright futures, let us also express our deepest gratitude to those who have played a crucial role in your journey. Of course, our parents. I don't know even where to begin, but let me say by this. Thank you. Parents, we are so proud of you. You have raised wonderful, truly wonderful young people. This year and previous years and last 12 years, me and my teachers are so then grow into respectful, kind, and hardworking individuals. These students have character, heart, and integrity, and that reflects the love, guidance, and values they learned at home. Thank you again. Thank you, parents, for your endless encouragements, sacrifices, and unconditional love. From the first day of kindergarten to this very moment, you have been there every step of the way, showing what hard work looks like, what it means to do right things, how to treat others with respect, and you stayed up late helping with studies, drove to school every day. Sorry, we don't have a bus. And events, offered constant support and made all sacrifices. Class of 2025, please, I ask you to pause and think back on how you got here. And thank your parents, not just today, but every day, for their love, for their support, and for their all sacrifices for you. And so let's give them a big round of applause to our parents. Thank you as well to our dedicated staff and teachers. You worked hard every day to provide an excellent education, an excellent school, while encouraging students to do their best. Your support, dedication, and patience have inspired and guided these young minds to reach their full potential. Counselors, your advice and your support have been helpful. You help them navigate the challenges of high school, academically, socially, and emotionally. Thank you, Mr. Sapaya. Graduates, as you step into the next phase of your lives, remember the teachers who challenged you, and remember me too, the counselors who guided you, and the staff who supported you. Their impact will stay with you always. So let's give them a big round of applause for our amazing staff, amazing teachers, amazing executive director, amazing school board members. As you leave ASE, that's really unfortunate. We love you so much, you guys know that, so we are gonna miss you so much. You were awesome. We didn't have any problems, issues this year. I know, as you guys know, when they become seniors, their mind changed, but these kids never, so they were awesome. So as you leave ASE for the final time, know this. We are proud of you. We believe in you, and we are counting on you. Take what you have learned here to build meaningful lives. Support your families. Please, support your families. You are 18. Don't say, okay, I'm 18. So they are your still moms and dads. please call them and support them as much as you can. And uplift your friends, your neighbors, and help your communities. No matter where life takes you, be confident in yourself and be proud. Thank you, and I wish each of you the very best on the journey ahead. I wish you have a wonderful personal, college, and future life. Thank you.
Our keynote speaker tonight is Dr. Allison McGowan. She is an assistant professor at the Gerald May Department of Civil Construction and Environmental Engineering at University of New Mexico. Her research focuses on developing sustainable processes and materials for water treatment, water reuse, and resource recovery from waste streams. Prior to joining UNN in January 2024, she was a distinguished postdoctoral fellow at the Andlinger Center for Energy and the Environment at Princeton University in Princeton, New Jersey. She received her master's and doctoral degrees in civil and environmental engineering from the University of Southern California in Los Angeles, and her bachelor's degree in chemical engineering with a minor in music from the University of Washington in Seattle, Washington. So please welcome Dr. McGowan.
All right, thank you so much, Sean, for that kind introduction. And hello, everyone. It's an honor to be here. So before I say anything else, I want to say congratulations to all the graduates for this huge achievement. So it's been a while for me, but I still pretty clearly remember when I was where you all are now. I was graduating from high school, and I was looking forward towards the next step. Since then, because I stayed in school for a long time, I've graduated 2 more times. And every graduation represents a major change. And that's true regardless of what you're doing next. Whether you're going to a university across the country or down the street, whether you're starting a job next door or moving somewhere totally new, whether you have a plan or you're still figuring out what you want to do next. I'm sure many of you have known all along what you want to be when you grow up, right? Where you want to live, what you want to do, what you want your life to look like. And I'm sure many more of you don't exactly know yet. Maybe you have some ideas, but you haven't committed. Or maybe you aren't sure what's possible, what a career might look like, or what college majors you can choose and what they might actually lead to. For all 3 of my graduations, I've actually been in that last category, undecided. So I want to talk today about these graduations. I'll start with my first one, high school graduation. But before I get there, let me take one more step back to middle school. So when I was in 7th grade, I failed math. My teacher told me I was not cut out for it, and I believed her. So I decided I'd be an artist. I took all of the art classes and art programs that I could get into. And my high school, fortunately for me, offered AP art, college level art. And I say that was fortunate not because I was so good at it, I discovered all my talents, I made incredible pieces. Actually, it was the opposite. I didn't really like finishing anything, nothing came out the way I wanted it to. So by the time I reached high school graduation, I knew I wanted to do something else, but I had to decide what. I applied to the University of Washington, or UW. UW was close to home, it was relatively affordable, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, so a large university seemed like a good place to explore. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but that was the only college I applied to, so luckily for me, I was accepted. And when I went to college, I didn't move very far, geographically. UW was less than 5 miles from my high school, but it was still an entirely new environment. I moved out of my parents' house for the first time. I was surrounded by new people, and even though I'd grown up in the city, in Seattle, I saw new parts of it through different views. Now that I was in college, I had to make another big decision. What am I going to major in? So during my first year, I didn't have to declare a major, so I didn't. Instead, I explored. I took a class called Dinosaurs, because my friends were taking it. It turns out I'm not very good at memorizing dates and times, so unfortunately dinosaurs was not my future career. I took writing, I took music, biology, chemistry, physics, and I took math, Calculus 1, and based on my past experience, I was expecting it to be hard. We've already discussed that, right? And it wasn't easy at first, but I had a great professor, I had friends in the class, and for the first time, I could actually say that I was good at math. I understood it, and I liked it. So after all these explorations, I decided to go for chemical engineering. I liked chemistry, I liked math, and there's a job market. It's also supposed to be hard, and on some level, I just wanted to see if I could do it. Maybe prove my 7th grade teacher wrong. Some of the classes were great, and some of them were hard, most of them were both, but I was doing well, and it was very satisfying to succeed. And I say that not because I was comparing myself to others, or because I was always the best student in class, but because I pushed myself. One of my professors in graduate school said something that I really like. In life, and especially in work, we often compare ourselves to the best people in each category. So we compare our math abilities to the best mathematicians that we know. And we compare our writing to the best writers that we know. But usually, those are different people. And I'd say that instead of trying to be the best at everything, it's much more fun to challenge yourself, to be the best you can be, right? And then you can surround yourself with people who you can learn from and work with. People with complementary skills, with different viewpoints and different perspectives. So it might sound a little cheesy, but through collaborations, you can do so much more than you can do alone. Okay, now we're at my 2nd graduation, college graduation. So I was finishing my undergraduate degree, and again, I was undecided. Should I get a job? Doing what? Should I try to pick up graduate school? How does that work? So I liked almost all of my courses, but I wasn't that excited about working. My classmates were going into oil and gas and pharmaceuticals, both of which are very interesting and important, but I really wanted to do something in environmental engineering, something that felt meaningful to me. But I wasn't sure how. Should I try to switch majors when I was almost finished? And I still remember talking to one of my TAs at the time. And I can't remember her name anymore, but I still remember what she told me. She told me to stick it out. What I did for my undergraduate degree, in a way, wasn't so critical, because I could change. I could use that foundation to explore something new, whether through graduate school or through my career. So I stayed in chemical engineering and I graduated, but I still didn't know what to do next. I moved to Los Angeles, I got a tutoring job, and I talked to people. I went to career fairs, I talked to working engineers, I asked them what I should do, and everyone told me the same thing: go back to school. I thought, get a master's degree, or they told me, get a master's degree in environmental engineering, and then you can get a job in this field. So I thought, okay, that doesn't sound so terrible. I wanted to try research, and it sounded even cooler to do a PhD, but I wasn't really sure what that entailed. So I decided to get a master's degree first. And this time I was really motivated. So I wasn't only going to apply to the one nearest school, right? I applied to the 2 nearest schools. I applied to UCLA and the University of Southern California. So I was accepted, luckily for me, and after I was accepted, I found out that if I committed to doing a PhD, I could get my tuition covered and actually get paid for going to school, which sounded pretty good. So I thought, why not try it? Let's see if I can do it. I spent the next 5.5 years in a master's and PhD program at University of Southern California. And doing research is really how I found my passion. I loved going to graduate school. But eventually, all good things come to an end. Okay, now we're at my 3rd graduation. I was finishing my PhD, and yet again, I was undecided. So when I started this path, it never occurred to me that I could be, or that I should be, a professor. But the longer I stayed in academia, the more I liked it, and the more I felt like I could stay. I'm not an artist, right, so I can't say that I followed my childhood dreams, but being a professor, doing research in engineering and science, is a creative job. It requires creative thinking, plus chemistry, math, physics, writing, teaching, and mentorship. And I'm working on things that are important to me, In my case, water scarcity, water treatment, sustainability. Before committing, though, I needed some more time to think about it, so I applied to a fellowship at Princeton University, and I was selected. I was a researcher there in the ASE Center for about 2.5 years, and it was lots of fun, but eventually I had to get a real job. So I won't bore you with the details, but I applied to a lot of positions, I went to a lot of interviews, and I was fortunate enough to get several offers, but most fortunate of all, I think, to end up here in New Mexico. So I've gone on for a while now, and I'm almost done, but let me summarize quickly. It took me a year after high school to decide what to major in. It took me another 4 years to change my mind, to change fields and go to graduate school, and then another 8 years to decide what career I wanted. So that's 13 years, and that is a long time. But when I look back, I think about how valuable that time was. I'll give you one more cheesy line. It's not the destination, it's the journey, right? So keep looking forward to see what happens next. So I think I've been talking about myself long enough. So with that, I'll finish by saying congratulations again to all of our graduates. You've made it to this huge milestone, and you're about to embark on something totally new. So enjoy it. Enjoy the indecision, enjoy the time, try to enjoy the hard work. I hope that I even get to see a few of you at UNM in the fall. So if that's true, you should definitely stop me and say hi. But wherever you end up next, keep looking forward. So thank you all for having me here today. It's been an honor. And enjoy the rest of your celebration. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire. Our class valedictorian for 2025 is Marwa Zamir. Please welcome her to the stage.
Thank you so much. Good evening, esteemed administrators, dedicated teachers, proud families, honored guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. My name is Marwa Zamir, and it is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you as the valedictorian of Albuquerque School of Excellence. As I look across this room, I don't just see students. I see storytellers, leaders, artists, athletes, scientists, dreamers, and changemakers. Today marks the journey of the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. High school is more than just homework and hall passes. It was where we discovered who we are, or at least began to ask the right questions. It was where friendships were born, passions were uncovered, and challenges shaped our character. Let's be honest, there were moments we thought we'd never get here. The late night study sessions, the group projects that somehow turned into solo missions, the pop quizzes, the endless countdowns to weekends and breaks, but we made it. Not just because of our intelligence, but because of our perseverance. Because when things got hard, we didn't give up, we showed up. As I reflect on this journey, I think about how far we've all come, not just in the classroom, but as individuals. For me, this journey began in Afghanistan. When I first arrived in New York, I had a nervous breakdown. Why? Because I felt I had lost everything. Now, I walk down the hallways of the school, sharing a laugh with every student enjoying this new chapter. That is how I know that here at Albuquerque School of Excellence, I found more than just a school. I found a home. ASE has been a place that lives and breathes its values: respect, integrity, service, and empathy. Rise. These aren't just words on a wall. They've been the guiding principles behind every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, and every relationship built. Whether in science labs, student council meetings, or weekend community service projects, we've risen to meet every moment. I'm proud to have participated in nearly every school-wide activity, to have helped organize events like our school's blood drive, and to have served as a house leader along some of the most passionate student leaders I've ever met. Each experience has taught me that leadership is not just about titles, it's about service. And service, when paired with empathy, is what makes real change possible. I stand here today, not just with a diploma, but with the tremendous honor of receiving a full-ride scholarship to Stanford University. But that achievement, that achievement is not mine alone. It belongs to my teachers, who challenged and believed in me. It belongs to my classmates, who encouraged and inspired me. And it belongs to my family, who reminded me every day of the strength that comes from our roots and the importance of never forgetting where we come from. To my fellow graduates, your stories matter. Your journeys, your voice, and your values, they matter. As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, let us carry the spirit of Rise with us. Let us lead with respect, live with integrity, serve with purpose, and always choose empathy. We owe thanks to many, to our teachers and mentors. Thank you for pushing us, believing in us, and dedicating yourself to more than just the curriculum. You taught us to think critically, to care deeply, and to chase excellence. To our families, your love and your sacrifices laid the foundation for everything we celebrate today. And to our classmates, thank you for the laughter, the support, and the memories that will stay with us long after these caps are thrown in the air. So dream big, but act even bigger. Stay curious, stay kind, and never underestimate the power of one committed person to change their corner of the world. To the class of 2025, we made it. Let us go out there and make something extraordinary. We are the class of 2025. We're not just the future, we're the present, and we're ready. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Marwa. Rebecca Hernandez is our class salutatorian. Please welcome her to the stage.
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard, by Kevin Durant. That was the first thing that caught my eye when I entered the school almost 6 years ago. At that moment, I realized I was in a place full of people with big goals and aspirations just like me. I started at ASE in 6th grade, and here we all are, standing on the edge of something new, ready to begin the next chapter of our lives. But before we look ahead, I want to reflect on the journey that brought us here. I vividly remember my first day at ASE, 6th grade orientation. The walls were colorful and vibrant, almost leaping with energy. My class was 6 UCLA, obviously the best 6th grade class ever. And that is where I met Celeste. We sat next to each other in science, taught by Mr. M, who made quizzes easier by accidentally posting the answers or by giving us free range on our Chromebooks to play games. So naturally, like any middle schooler would, we didn't do much schoolwork. Then high school came, the same game but with different rules. We met new teachers, took on new challenges, and experienced so many firsts. First jobs, first cars, and first real responsibilities. Almost 3 years ago today, our freshman year ended. Around that time, I went around the room with a camera and asked my classmates, what do you want to say to yourself in 10 years? Celeste went first, motivating herself with, be successful, to which I jokingly asked, what if you're not? And she responded, still smiling, if you're homeless, be happy and whistle. Jackson wanted to inspire himself, saying, you are the greatest and nerdiest person ever alive. And don't let anybody get mad at you for wearing a Spider-Man mask in public, because nobody's going to care. Abigail never finished her message. She was cut off mid-sentence, being chased by Celeste, who was traumatized by whatever unhinged joke Abigail had just made. You know, the usual. Then Omar closed out the video with a heartfelt message. You guys were the best friends I've ever had, and the most welcoming people I've ever met. That even made Jackson tear up. And honestly, looking at him now, it might make him cry. Since then, we've grown. We were thinking about the future, but living in the moment. And over the years, those moments kept adding up. Now as we prepare to leave ASE, many of us will travel near or far. And even if your destination isn't fully mapped out yet, you'll need to pack. But I'm not talking about clothes or shoes. I'm talking about the essentials, the ones that really matter. So here's what to pack for the journey ahead. Instead of your phone, bring stories to share, like the ones that start with, remember when? Instead of shampoo, carry your confidence, unafraid to get messy. Instead of a map, take your curiosity. It'll lead you down paths where directions cannot. Instead of a toothbrush, don't forget your smile. The one you wore when your friends made you laugh so hard you cried. But don't forget your shoes, because you never know how far you go. And most importantly, bring the one thing no one else can pack for you, yourself. Lastly, don't forget we didn't get here alone. Along the way, we had people, our people, reminding us what we forgot to pack. I want to shout out all of our teachers for believing in us, pushing us past our limits, and creating support systems so we can reach our goals. To all of our first bosses and mentors, for giving us responsibilities and treating us adults long before we felt like one. Our friends and families who made the hard days bearable just by being there, who laughed with us when we needed joy. And lastly, my mom, who believed on me on the days I couldn't believe in myself. I know I didn't always say it, and I probably never said it enough, but Mom, thank you for everything. I carry your love with me wherever I go. So don't forget to thank your people, because none of us made it to this moment on our own. Now you may be wondering, what if I don't feel ready? To that I say, you are more than ready than you think. Not having the answer isn't a weakness, it's part of the adventure. Whether you're traveling far or staying close, you already have what you need. Every single one of you is ready to face the unknown. To end off, I'll leave you with a piece of advice that comes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. So let's keep moving forward together.
Thank you, Rebecca. And now I would like to welcome Celeste Bivens to the stage.
Sorry, I teared up to that. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for showing up on our special day. We never thought this day would come, but prayed for its quick delivery. Counted hours and minutes until our last day, and now we are continuing a life filled with wonderful dreams and ambitious goals. 12 years ago, my parents decided to enroll me in Albuquerque School of Excellence, which used to be a grocery store. When I tell people I've been here since first grade, they have a look on their face that basically says, "You had no alternative, so you stayed?" Usually people think this fact is cool, or they make fun of me for it. Now, when I started, I was a curious yet stubborn 6-year-old, set on the dream of becoming an astronaut. I walked into Miss Solis's first grade class, and the universe of ASE hit me. I grabbed my oxygen tank, put my helmet on, and my journey, alongside some others who are graduating today, had begun. Due to the small size of the school, I remember eating lunch with all the grade levels in a tiny cafeteria. I even had lunch with Miss Dina, our former Dean of Discipline, when she was our age. Then there was middle school, where dreams and goals, just like our angsty hormones, changed drastically. Parallel to our growth, the school had expanded past the original front office. It was truly building up to be larger, no pun intended. Then our long-awaited high school phase. Some dreams slowly started to unfold and become a reality. The universe of ASE had expanded even more right in front of my eyes. Freshman year was a huge culture shock for all of us, since we were used to online learning. We couldn't just log on to Zoom in our pajamas anymore. And I couldn't play Roblox or watch Netflix with Rebecca between classes. Sophomore year was jammed with stress-filled late-night Discord calls involving Dr. Thomas's chemistry homework. Yet we were reassured by teachers like Miss Sweet, whose belief in our potential helped us push through the toughest moments. And honestly, in junior year, if I could write an essay every day in Miss Fiend's boot camp for AP Language, I feel like I could overcome anything. Then senior year came. Graduation requirements, college applications, senior pranks, We flooded the lockers with tiny ducks and even submerged Mr. Wood's stapler in Jell-O. In retrospect, ASE left a lasting impact on all of us. At each of the stages, we all had our own dreams. Now I'd like to ask everyone one question. What are your dreams? While we ponder, I'd love to mention the people who have influenced me and the dreams they carry. Marwa plans to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. And honestly, I hadn't even heard of that career until she told me. Rebecca wants to be an Imagineer, a unique name for an engineer at Disney. Sarah J. not only earned 1, but 2 associate degrees, and is ready to pursue her dream as a lawyer. And lastly, we all know who Jackson dreams to be, or who he is. Spider-Man. These are just a few examples in our brilliant group of graduates. I'd like to thank the teachers at the school who have supported us above all throughout the years. A special thank you to Mr. Yunar for being at the school longer than I was. A special thank you to Ms. Barron for encouraging me to continue with my art. And thank you, parents and guardians, for always checking in on us. We often overlook the efforts you have all made to contribute to our success. But trust me, we truly appreciate you all. My parents, in particular, are the twin pillars without whom I could not stand. I'm proud to be your child, and you both are my ultimate inspiration for everything. Thank you to my peers for enduring the same hardships and challenges. Every single one of you has made the time here at ASE more enjoyable. And finally, we can kiss senioritis goodbye. Lastly, follow through with your dreams. As Walt Disney said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Whether you want to be an astronaut, a storyteller, or a superhero, always have the courage to move forward. The countdown is finally over, and I'm sorry it is because it means leaving behind the inspirational friends and teachers who have shaped our lives impermeably. It has been a pleasure, and I hope this won't be the last time we see each other. Class of 2025, congratulations.
Thank you, Celeste. And now we will welcome our resident superhero, Jackson T.C.
Thank you. Now that I have your attention, good afternoon, family members, staff, and classmates. My name is Jackson T.C., and I have the honor of giving a speech here today. In 2nd grade, my teacher asked me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" At the time, my genuine answer was, "I want to be Batman." Obviously, I couldn't tell her that, so I told her I wanted to be a business owner. Don't worry, I still wanted to be Spider-Man too. Oh, there are all my words. In fact, I still do. As time passed, I started realizing that what I had described as what I thought was a business owner was in fact just an inventor. That was a big change in my life and my mindset. That's what I want to talk about today. The hidden beauty of life, change. I was, and still kind of am, afraid of change. Growing up, I was never good at dealing with it. Even now, I still struggle. But I've learned from my parents, my teachers, and my friends, you guys, that change is something to be embraced by, something to tackle head on. Change shows us how to grow and learn from our mistakes. Change can open new doors and create new opportunities. Change is bittersweet. It's scary at first, yet can create something wonderful. Something that inspires you, sets new life goals, and most importantly, creates wild and fun memories. Like driving to Las Vegas on a day's notice to go watch a 21 Pilots concert. Today, my friends, we are celebrating one of the biggest changes in our lives. And honestly, that still scares me as I stand at this podium. But I know that sometimes you just gotta, as Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots once said, push on through. And fight through your fears. Every single one of you here today will never be the same person as you were today. We always change, and more times than not, we change for the better. Part of the journey is the end. And for a while, I was scared for that journey to end. Scared of the change. But now I know that this end of the journey is just another beginning. A beginning to a story where we are in full control of our narrative. But before we start tomorrow, I want you all to remember our yesterday. Remember when we were young and unafraid, and when we were ready to start. Remember when we got into stupid funny shenanigans as a class. Complaining in Mr. Rosa's classroom constantly, fearing for our grades in Mr. Sapaya's, playing poker in Mr. John's classroom, no money. Beating escape rooms on birthdays or dish days with friends, enjoying a slow dance with your loved one at prom, and enjoying billions upon billions of random, funny, and insightful conversations that we used to have. Now, take a moment to think about your future and what will become of you after today. Mom, don't cry. But I'll never forget the effort you put in for me to stand here today, the encouragement you gave me, and the love I'll hold forever. Mike, thank you for coming into my life, no questions asked, and showing me what it means to embrace change in life the way you do. To my teachers, thank you for everything that you guys have done for me and my classmates. And to my classmates, thank you guys for giving me the family that I needed. A family comprised of the nicest goddamn people in the world. I learned so much from you guys. Respect, maturity, how to be funny, how to connect, and how to grow. I'm honored to call you guys my friends, and I can't wait to see what y'all do in the future. I love you guys. So make sure to stay cool, stay moist, and stay alive. Change happens to all of us. It's happened to every single one of us here. And it's going to continue happening. The best thing you can do is embrace it. You have the power right in the palm of your hand. And with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackson. And our next speaker will be Diego Sandoval.
Good evening, everyone. Family, friends, teachers, staff, and of course, the class of 2025. My name is Diego Sandoval, and I just want to start by thanking you all for being here tonight. This moment means so much, not just to me, but to every single one of us sitting here in caps and gowns. It's more than a ceremony. It's a celebration of years of hard work, growth, and perseverance. And it means even more because we get to share it with the people who've been here the whole way. High school is a collection of choices, some small, like what we wear on Spirit Day, or what club to join. Some big, like who we choose to be friends with, or how we spend our time outside of class. Each of these choices, every single one, shaped us. Whether the outcome was bad, good, or somewhere in between, our decisions brought us to this exact moment. And these choices came with consequences. Sometimes we like the result, other times not so much when Mr. Spike scolds me. But even the mistakes teach us something, and those hard lessons helped us grow. Because growth isn't always easy, it's uncomfortable, it requires failing, and then choosing to try again. For me, high school wasn't about grades or assignments. It was about learning how to be myself, how to handle pressure, how to keep moving even when things felt uncertain. I've had my fair share of struggles, moments where I didn't know how to get through a class, or when life outside school felt super overwhelming. But I also had moments of success, of pride, and of realizing I was stronger than I thought I was. And I know I'm not alone in that. Each of us grew in our own way, through our own challenges, and that's something we should be proud of. Everyone here has a story. We all come from different homes, different backgrounds, different realities. We've all experienced our highs and our lows, and we've all experienced our own wins and our own losses. There's something my friend Aiden once told me that stuck with me ever since. Everyone has their own problems. It's simple, but it's true. You never really know what someone else is going through here on this stage. And yet, through it all, here we are, side by side, graduating together. Despite everything life threw at us, we made it. And that's the keynote. That's what's important. Tonight isn't the end. It's a page turn, a new chapter, maybe even the start of a new book. Some of us know exactly what we're going to do in life. Some of us don't, and that's okay. What matters is that we keep stepping forward, one step at a time. Up our own staircases toward the people we're meant to become. This moment is big. It matters. So before we rush ahead, let's take a second. Let's look around at our family. Let it sink in. This moment is what we work for, and it's the beginning of everything else. To our teachers, thank you, truly. Your patience, your late night grading, your belief in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. We wouldn't be here without you. So class of 2025, what now? Now we move forward, we keep growing, we keep choosing, and we keep writing our own stories. And I'll leave you with this quote from C.S. Lewis. There are far, far better things ahead than any we will leave behind. Let's go find those better things together. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Diego. Class of 2025, you were my 7th graders when COVID started. You were my 9th graders when COVID ended. You guys were pretty special group of kids. I really am going to miss seeing a lot of you in the hallways. I'm gonna miss giving Pablo a hard time. Some of these guys, I've known some of you guys since 3rd grade. I'm gonna miss you. So, let's go ahead and sit back and watch the slideshow and get ready to move on with the rest of our lives.
Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like that kind of dress. Everything she never had, she's showing up. Driving too fast, the wind is breaking through her hair. She's searching for something that she won't forget. Having no regrets is all that she really wants. Only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just how fast everything that you've ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of, even chasing me tonight, doubts around her head. He's waiting, hides behind a cigarette. Heart is beating loud and she doesn't want it to stop. Moving too fast, moon is lighting up her skin. She's falling, doesn't even know it yet. Having no regrets is all that she really wants. Tonight changes into something red. After a missing piece of innocence you love. Only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about just how fast the night changes. Everything that you ever dreamed of It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. When I see you again. All the planes we flew, the things we've been through. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever paid. Talk about living with things all that we got. Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride. It's been a long day. We'll tell you all about it when I see you. And where we began, no, we started. I'll tell you all about it when a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. And what doesn't come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we be. So remember me when I'm gone. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Special shout out to Abigail Garcia for all her help on that side. It is now my honor to certify these candidates for their high school's diplomas. Will all the candidates who are receiving diplomas please rise and approach the stage? Caitlin Acavino. Antonio Aguirre. Abdul Rahman Al-Khwazi. Benito Angel. Sophia Razan. Bivens. Austin Bolander. Asriel Buck. Analia Cottonola. Jahir Dominguez. Lyric Fields. Abigail Garcia. Giselle Griego. Sarah Hamad. Ashley Hernandez. Rebecca Hernandez. Rebecca will be going to Columbia. She was a Questbridge, got the Questbridge Scholarship. Sarah Jawari. Solomon Yamas. Johnny Lutz.
That's my boy!
Atul Manasra. Sandoval. Brianna Stevens. Aiden Siplicki. Kieran Tatham.
Come on, Keenan! Turn
Jackson TC. Alyssa Toscani. Jaron Wallace. Pablo Urena. Marwa Zamir. Graduates, please return to the stage and face the audience. If you want to. Graduates, you may now turn your tassels. Graduates, stay on stage for a few minutes so families can take pictures. After you exit the stage, you may continue to take pictures outside. Congratulations, class of 2025.